Okay, so this is exam review focused on the differentiation part, okay? Exam review. I will post this video on Canvas for you to go over it again if you want. The notes will also be there on Canvas. Exam review, Math 210. I'm talking about differentiation for today's review. Differentiation. Okay, let's just recall quickly what are the rules that we are using today. A quick recap. Everybody should have this somewhere on their note card or a piece of paper somewhere, okay? So first rule, most important, if I'm applying power rule, I want to find the derivative. What is the answer? Like an exam, even note card is not allowed. So you better memorize this from now. Exactly, right? If I give you just a constant and I say, find me the derivative. If I say I multiply a constant by x to the power something, what will you do? You leave the constant as it is, apply power rule, right? Constant is not touched. Good. What if I give you 1 over x to the power n and I want you to apply power rule? What will you do? Make it a negative, right? Good. Those who know, good job. Negative n, x to the power negative n, negative 1. These are some just basic rules that I want you to remember. What if I give you a square root of x? How do you make it a power? 1/2, good job. What if I give you square root raised to power 3? What will you do? Raise hand. You multiply powers, right? Half times 3. You can use your calculators. It's 3/2. And then apply the power rule. Okay, this is good. What about the product rule now? I have this derivative. I want to find it. You do not have to simplify your answers in exam or quiz. Just write down the formula and make sure you do the correct differentiation. I'll be happy. G prime times F. What is a quotient rule? I have yelled this from formula more than 10 times in this class. Right? Everybody remembers this? Everybody can apply this? Now, chain rule is not going to be on this exam, so we will ignore that. Okay, so this is all you need to know for the differentiation problems. Let's just talk about the most important question. Expect one in exam. Must know how to solve this. This is tangent lines. How to find tangent lines. So I'm picking the section questions from section of tangent lines on the review. Let's just pick question number, let's say number 3. Okay. So what are they saying? Oh, they just want the slope. Okay, let's just pick number 1. We want to solve for the entire equation of tangent line. Okay, because that will cover everything else. So the question, a typical question in exam will look like this. Expect a question like this. Do not talk. Nobody, I should see nobody talking. Eyes on the board. Just listen to me for another 30 minutes. Okay? Nobody will say a word. Now, find the equation of the tangent line. Just have your 100% brain on the screen. Find the equation of tangent line. Equation of tangent line. So this will be a question on the exam. Let me guarantee you that. Function will be given to you, f of x. So function will change, of course, right, in exam. In this case, the function is 3x squared negative 4x plus 6. And they will give you a point because tangent only touches the graph at one point, and that's the point they will be focusing on. So in exam, you will be given some point, okay? In this case, it's x equals 2. Question clear? Okay, now how to approach this? In exam, how do you write the solution carefully? Step 1, first of all, solution is in green color. Step 1, find the derivative of the given function. Apply all the rules that I've already told you. What is the derivative of f? Well, I have to apply the constant multiple rule here, right? There is a constant. We don't touch that constant. Try to solve it on your own. Take the power out, subtract 1. That's it. That's for the first part. Second, I have just negative 4 times x. Negative 4 stays. The derivative of x is just 1. So 4 times 1. Last one is just a constant by itself. And when you have a constant by itself, you just get rid of it. So you have 6x negative 4. That's your f prime. Now, until here, it should be easy peasy because you're just finding the derivative. You have done, oh no, you have done harder things in life, right? Hold on, let me just create one more document here. Okay, after this, we continue. Once you have the derivative, what is the next step? Step 2, we find the slope. Find slope m. How do you find the slope? You take the point that is given to you at x equals 2, right? That's the point that was given to you in the question. Plug that point in the derivative. What will happen now? So 6x minus 4 will be 6 times 2 minus 4. What do I get? 8. So that's my slope. 2 steps clear. So far, I have just done the differentiation and I apply the given point in the derivative. That's my slope. Step 3, I need a point. So in this case, need a point. So we are looking for a point on the tangent line. I already have x0 as 2. Okay, that's given to you. We always use the point given to us. x0 equals 2. Plug this in the function, in the original function. What do you get? So the function was 3x squared. So instead of x, I put 2. 4 times 2 plus 6. So what will happen? What is my y naught? So 3 times 4, 12 minus 8 plus 6. So y naught is 10. Good. So I have a point. That's it. You got everything you need to write the equation now. This is it. This is all the math that you have to do. Now, last step will be write the equation. Point slope form. What is the equation of tangent line? That's the final step. Equation of tangent. The point slope form, which all of you must be aware, is this one. Here's a refresher. Okay? Plug it in. What do you get? X naught is 2. That was the point given to us. Slope, we just found it was 8. Y naught, we just calculated it was 10. And that's it. You can leave it here. Okay, how many can do it in exam? How many can do it on the quiz in like half an hour? You are allowed to use your notes. I hope you're taking notes. Okay, good. Question. Yeah, sure. Yes. Exactly. That's when you're given 2 points on the line, right? But there is another definition of the slope. What is that? Differentiate the function, plug in that given point. That's the slope too. Good. You remember the other definition of slope, but the derivative of a function at that point also gives the slope. Make sense? Questions, anyone? Yes. Then you have to find the y-intercept. You see, you have to find any other form, you will need more information. This is the one that fits best. Good? Okay. How do I find average rate of change? Question, Frank? Can you do it on the quiz? On the exam? Okay, good. Average velocity and instantaneous velocity now. That's the topic I'm on. Average from your review, average velocity and instantaneous velocity. You will notice two things. If you have the questions ready, there's only one question. So you are given in the question, you're given the distance function. How many have printed the review? Just like me. Okay, ST is t square negative 3t plus 5. So that's the function that's given to you. They already give you the unit. Units are important. T is measured in seconds. And distance is in meters. So this will be given to you in the question, okay? A function, a distance function will be given. The units will be given to you. So they want, number A, they want the average velocity from t equals 1, average velocity t equals 1 to t equals 4. Every time they ask you the average of anything, velocity, population, price function, anything, they will give you 2 points. Okay, who's going to tell me the formula? Raise hand. Nobody has to tell me. Raise hand if you know the average formula. Okay, not many people. Oh, seriously? From the back, nobody is raising hands? Nick? Oh, come on. Okay, here's a refresher then. Average velocity will be, the average rate of change will be f of, does this ring any bell? Or some people might like to call it y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Remember now? Right? And what are the 2 points? 1 and 4. And what are the y values? Plug them in the question. Can you solve it from now? How many want me to solve it? Okay. So what I'm going to do, in the denominator, I will take my x values. In this case, that's the t value. So I'll have 4 minus 1, because that's my interval, right? That's the change in x. And for my y value, I will plug in my t values in the given function. In this case, that's a distance function. Okay? Now, what is S of 4? Somebody calculate this for me. Plug 4 in your function. What do you get? See, no need to differentiate for average velocity or average anything. So I got 1 minus 3 plus 5. I'm just plugging in the function. You don't have to write all this. You can just plug numbers on your calculator and write the final answer out. So what is the final answer? Yes. Just 2? Okay. What, are there any units? Awesome. So do not forget the units, okay? I'll be taking off grades here. See, I'm a very nice person until it comes to units. Then I'll be taking off grades. Important, do not forget. Important, do not forget, especially in exam. Okay, average velocity clear, right? You'll be given 2 values, you plug it in, there's an easy peasy formula. What if I ask you the instantaneous velocity? Yes. Yes, not limits, we're not doing that, just derivative. Derivative is the easiest way. Yeah. Yeah, so instantaneous velocity, you're right. You're just making your life harder. Instantaneous, that was a limit question in the previous section, right? For instantaneous, they will give you only one value. So they want you to find what is happening exactly when time t is 3 seconds. Well, in this case, you have to do the derivative. So find s prime. How many can find it? Okay, let me write it again. So st was t square negative 3t plus 5. What is s prime? Why did you say the answer? I was going to ask somebody. Right? Everybody can find s prime, right? This is not a big deal, I hope. How many want me to explain this? Raise hand. I'm applying the power rule, okay? So t square, what does power rule gives you? You can look at your note card. What does power rule tells you? T square means take the power out. So that will 2 will come out, subtract 1, right? That's for the t square. Minus, I have a 3 in multiplication with t. When I differentiate, t will just become 1. I'm left with 3. Lali, are you here today? Make sense to you? Evan, make sense? That's it. The last one is a constant on its own. That just becomes 0. So once you have the derivative, because they want to find the instantaneous velocity at 3, you just plug in 3. So what will be the velocity? Are there any units? Of course there are units. I'm still differentiating. It's still a change in the distance function with respect to time. Okay. Can you do this in the quiz? In the exam? Are you sure? Ask me any question. Okay, good. Next comes the marginal analysis topic. Now, I just want you to focus on 3 things because it's just an application of differentiation, right? What is marginal analysis? Every time I introduce the word marginal, what will you do? Differentiate without even thinking, differentiate things. Okay? Okay, this is the topic marginal analysis from the review notes. Okay, let me just ask this question to you guys. Let's talk about number 2 here for a minute. Now we're not differentiating anything here. Okay, I just want to ask this random question. If I give you the cost function, okay, cost function is given to you, it's in the question, and revenue function is given to you, which is also in the question. Can you find profit? What is profit? In exam, this will be very common. You will be given only 1 or 2 functions, you'll be asked the other one. What is the relationship between cost, revenue, and profit? Oh, good. More hands. Yes. Exactly, right? Profit function will be whatever I make minus whatever it cost me to make those things, right? Remember this. If you ask me in exam, I will be mad. You're supposed to know this, okay? Anybody, any question? Well, you're all business students, so you should be fine with this math at least. Okay, so find me the profit function, simplify, what do you get? So the revenue function was 4x cubed plus 2x plus 10 negative. Cost function was just 8x square. I can't simplify it more because nothing I can cancel here. So far good? All people? Okay, good. What is marginal cost? Just tell me what to do. Differentiate the cost function, right? And what is the derivative of cost function? I'm applying power rule. There is a constant hanging there. You do not touch the constant. Take the power out. Subtract 1. That's your marginal cost. Can you find marginal revenue? Same thing. Differentiate. Can you find marginal profit? Again, same thing, right? Differentiate. Find your profit function, find your cost function, find any function they ask you to find, differentiate. That's it. That's the only thing you have to know. Any questions? Now, there's one other type of questions you can expect in exam. That's when they'll give you the price function. Suppose I say price of monthly profit. Okay, they don't give you that. Okay, this is not in this review, but it is an important question. That's why I'm gonna do it here. Example, okay? Suppose I give you a price function, okay? A little p of x. This is price function. Price function is given by 8 root x negative 3x square. Suppose, in an example, I give you a price function. This is the price of one item. We are selling X number of items. Okay, this is the price of one item. Okay, that's how you give the price of X item. Can you find me the revenue function? If I give you the number of items sold, which is X, and I give you the price of each is given by this, can you find me revenue? I did talk about this in class. What will you do? Okay, I'll give you one more hint. Then I need more hands. Okay. Suppose I'm selling 20 water bottles. Okay. Each water bottle is priced at $5. What is my revenue? I'm selling 20. I priced each bottle at 5. How much money I made? How many go with 100? What did you do to get to 100? Multiply, right? Now remember this. Every time I give you the price function, every time I give you the number of items I'm selling, you can calculate the revenue function. All you have to do is multiply the number of items you're selling with your price function. That's it. So you'll do x times 8 root x negative 3x squared. Okay. So this is my good old revenue function. Can you find me marginal revenue? Marginal revenue will be, well, differentiate, yes. Okay, differentiate this for me. Which rule do I need? Product rule. I need product rule. Why? Because I see an F, I see a G, they are in multiplication, right? Need product rule to find marginal revenue. Front row, doing good? Need product rule. Okay, good. So F is X, G is, I'm just gonna move the root and make it a power so that life is easy. Good? What is F prime? What is the derivative of X? Just one, right? What is G prime? Good. All you're doing is you keep the constant as it is, review the note card, take the power out, subtract 1 from the power, you'll get a negative half. Subtract, again, you have 3 as a constant, it stays. Take the power out, you get 6x, right? And when you simplify a little bit, you can, when you do it on your calculator or cancel it in your brain, you get 4x to the power negative half, negative 6x, right? Now all I have to do is plug in my answers here. Good. Plug in your F prime, plug in your G, plug in your G prime, plug in your F, leave it here. That's your marginal revenue. Okay, can you do it in exam? Everyone? Okay, I want to talk about differentiation now. The topic of different, any questions? Any questions from this side, this side? All good? Study, okay? This is slowed down. Am I going fast?
You are going really fast. I can understand it. Every time I look up, there's like more there, and I'm like, oh no. It's like I blinked once and broke down 6 pages.
That's why I'm recording this. Watch this video 10 times when you go home. Okay? Slow motion. Now, I have to give you a quiz also. I have to finish the review. Yeah, you have to finish the quiz in class. No, not the laptop, just the note card is allowed. Paper notes is okay, but no phones, no laptops. Okay, not yet. Hold on. I'm still doing this. Okay, solve number 2. So question, I'm not even copying the question here. F of 9 is negative 5. It's given in the question. F prime of 9 is 10. And what do they tell you? Gx, this is all that's given to you in the question, okay? Gx is this guy. Can you find G prime of 9? Your function G is a product of 2 functions. You have to find its derivative. Which rule will you use? Now you're not writing anything. Are you done copying the board? Up a little bit. Don't copy it. Focus on this question now. You don't have to copy the exact notes. Okay, you're good. Okay, find the G prime. Don't wait for me. What is the, how do you find G prime? There's a product of 2 functions. How do I solve it? Product rule. Product rule, right? Apply product rule. There is, first function is x squared, second function is just f, right? And they don't give you f. How do you apply product rule when you don't even have f? It's a trick question. It's easier than other questions because you don't have to calculate f. You just plug f prime in because they already give you the value of f prime. So this is easier than other product rule because you know what you have to do. Actually, not do anything here because this is your first function, this is your second function, right? What is the derivative for this guy? 2x. How many agree for 2x? Good. What is the derivative of f? Nobody knows. Let's just call it f prime. That's it. When you don't even know what is your function, especially for questions like this, no need to do anything. Now you have the derivative of the first function, derivative of the second function. What is product rule? Right? Plug in the first function. The derivative of first function is just 2x. Second function as it is. First function as it is. Derivative of second function is just f prime. Now look what is given to you in the question. Are you given the value of f? Right? Are you given the value of f prime? Stop taking notes for a minute. Look at the board. See if you get it. Do you get this math? I will be posting these notes anyways. If you miss something, it's not the end of the world. But do you understand what I'm talking about on the board? Good. Now, what is f here? -5 and x is 9. Plug in every number and I'll get 9 cushion. What is f prime? 10. And then you simplify all of this, that's your final answer. If you see a question like this is not your regular product rule. You are just plugging in f prime, which is already given to you in the question. Good? Yes, question. Yes, in an MCQ maybe. Yeah. Okay, for MCQs, no need to show any word. It's just yeah. Yeah, G prime. So that's the first function. That's the second function. What is the formula? Derivative of 1 times second as it is, right? Yeah, so it's just I'm using different numbers because G and F are already included. Okay? Okay, this clear? Question? Any other question? Okay, solve 2 problems for me. Everybody, phones in your bag, just your sticky note, and the paper note also fine. Laptop, fix it. Do you need a calculator? This will be fine. Yeah, you can set it. And do you have a calculator? You can tell it. Okay, calculators are okay. You can use the calculator, but no phones and no laptop. Okay, good luck. Yes. Yeah. Okay. If your notes are on the iPad, then nothing can be done. Okay, make sure you write your name on the paper. No, no. You're turning in each of you. It's turning in their work. So make sure you solve your own problems on your paper, write it out, write your name on the bottom, and upload it on channel. All of you have to do it. Wait, how do I?